Hi, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, this is clearly stated. You're tuned into Vibrating Minds. Thank you so much for joining me. Um, I just want to really firstly, let's just go away a little bit from the whole personal thing. I want to touch base a little bit on customer service. Probably one of the reasons being that I'm somewhat of an expert in it, given that I've been in the field for 40 years. So I want to not only talk about customers, you as and me as customers, but I also want to talk about you and me as servicing customers, whatever our jobs are, wherever it is that we work, whatever it is that we do. Um, um, we all work under a base of we have to service a clientele base, because that clientele base is what brings us our income, is what sustains our business. So I want to talk about that angle, but I also want to talk about what we are and who we are as customers. And what I really want to discuss is the devalued sense of urgency in providing the customer with the absolute best service possible, while ensuring that the product they've received is equally satisfying or satisfied, or yeah, get my drift, right? So as a business, no matter what department, it doesn't matter, HR, manufacturing, building, servicing, sales, whatever part of the business, it doesn't matter, because none of it would run without a customer. So every single department in that organization needs to run under that first and foremost concept, that without a customer, we are without a job. So the first and foremost importance is to not only bring the customer in, but keep that customer. And in order to keep that customer, you have to ensure that you provide them with a satisfactory, but I'm going to go even above that because that's just me, exceed the customer's expectation of the product or the service. Provide it, and you will have that customer forever. And at any point through all that, you do need to have um, um, service from that organization. That customer is going to be treated like they are the one and only person that is important to that organization. And how do we do that? We train the staff that is going to be on the phone or standing in line or standing in front of that customer. Frontliners, first and foremost, train them to what it means to provide an exceptional quality service to this customer. How is it to make sure that their customers' requests and services are being addressed? How? First and foremost, when the customer calls in, the customer wants to be heard. They want to be heard. So you, as an agent that is either on the phone or in front of, you have to hear them. So that means you keep that sealed. You keep your face empathetic. and caring because you are servicing a customer. Sometimes you may not like your job, but sometimes you may have to pretend like you do. And sadly enough, those are not exactly the customer agents that we want to have. Those are not the kind of agents. If you are going to come into customer service from the get-go, first and foremost, you better have a damn personality. And if you ain't got one, customer service will allow you to develop one. Because as easy as you think servicing customers is, it's as difficult as it is as well. So, be prepared. Have a character, have a personality. Give it what you got. If you're going to do a job, do it and do it well. Doesn't matter if it's customer service or anything. Whatever it is that you're going to do in this world, like, do it and do it well. Don't be lazy, man. Don't just drag your feet through your day. You're coming in, you're doing a job. It doesn't have to be a lifetime commitment. But you got to start somewhere. And if customer service is where it's going to start, if anything, customer service will teach you character. The most important rule you need to understand about coming into customer service: don't take it personal. Because those customers, which we're going to talk about later, can be some pretty serious assholes. We'll go there later. But as a customer service agent, no matter what you're doing, if you're servicing somebody at a, fast food chain or a coffee joint or a government building service or a hospital reception area or a technician, those are all will teach you character traits. And if while you're doing it, you realize that get out of it, just get up and don't go back into it, because you know what? You're just terrorizing your own world. If you don't have a customer service hat or personality, don't be in customer service. If you can't count, don't become an accountant. If you can't hold a steady hand, don't become a surgeon, right? Same concept. So again, we're going to definitely touch base on the corporate aspect of it, and we need to, because the corporation needs to teach their trainers. But before even we teach the trainers, we have to teach the department heads that are making decisions on who they're hiring, right? So the ones that are at the forefront hiring whatever team they need on whatever department that they're on, They need to have a sense of what type of character is suited for the job. And what happens here, and I'll tell you what happens here, is that a lot of these department heads have not been at the bottom of the ladder of the head of departments that they're running, right? Because what happens is that a lot of these department heads are thrown from department to department to department so they can have a full scope of how the whole organization works. I get it. But my question becomes, and you know what? I'm going to end this here and I'm going to come back and do another one. I think I'm going to continue this. It's 11 minutes in, little over my time. I don't want to make it too big, but we will most definitely discuss the aspect in my next video. It's clearly stated. You're tuned into Vibrating Minds. Come back and see me in part 2 of customer service versus supporting customers. See you in the next one. Bye now.